Okay, so we have this here is the new generator system. I'm on a copy of the world. I had like a bunch of chain commands here that I was copy and pasting. Let me go over to my plot. I need to really get into the habit of calling this an island. Alright. Because I only have it set up for dirt generator, I'm not gonna... I do have a dirt gen right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and load up a new one. Alright, so same process of placing down generators before. Just a simple bet. Now, I am going to demonstrate just how many entities are nearby me. Let me just make sure that command feedback's on. Yes, it is. Just me. As you can see, just me. Didn't kill a bunch of entities or anything. So, it was just me. I'm gonna... rm equals 1. Yeah, just me. Let me go ahead and spawn this in. I'm gonna spawn it in a somewhat random place, I'm not gonna lie, because I will have to reset the underground after this. So, as you see, I place down a generator anywhere. Or like not a generator, but a block. This is a dirt block. As you can tell, it's always centered. The reason as to why it's always centered is because it's a dirt block. If I were to go ahead and take a oak slab, it will still pop out like usual. So yeah, it will always align itself, and that's because it's checking underneath to see if the ground is different. Now, if the ground is different, it does a couple of weird things. For example, I have a generator right here. This does work. But if I were to go ahead and place a dirt block here, it still checks, but it doesn't do anything. Now, let me go ahead and place down the generator. Boop. I don't have any sound effects yet. I do have my sound off. So here's a generator. As you can see, I can go ahead and place this here, this here, this here. Nothing happens. Now, there's no way for this to mess up, duplicate any blocks, nothing. So let me go ahead and just extend my platform a little bit here. If I were to go ahead and place a sand generator on top of this, or not a sand generator, but a sand block, I keep calling it generator. As you can see, still centers because it is a valid generator block, but nothing happens. Oh, it's popping out over here. I think that's because it sees that the underground isn't aligned. I think I had a... Yeah, over here was like my testing area right here, I think. Where was it? There you go. Yeah, there was a couple of testing areas here. So my underground, because this is 0.05000, this is like my island. My underground right now is completely messed up. So you'll see at like random spots it'll center. There it didn't. Here it does, I think. I think it does right here. Yeah. So that basically is indicating that there's a generator nearby. Here it shouldn't. Yep. Let me go ahead and break this. Boop. Voila. As you can see, it summons. Now, as I said, no entity is involved here. There's no constantly loaded entity, there's no entity inside the sky, there's no entity underground, and there's no command blocks underground. It's all invisible. There's nothing being rendered here at all. Right now, 0 commands are activated. Every single command is failing right now. It's going through all the command blocks, it's doing the very first check, and it's like, that does not even exist. So if we have 310 command blocks, that's 310 checks. My look detection in the shop is using more because it's an MEF. My title raw is using more rendering power because of how many different layers it has. Like, it's doing nothing right now. So, allow me to show you underneath. Boop. All right. Let me grab a Shroomlight. All right, so here's the string. Yeah, as you can tell, I was messing around a lot, so that's why some of the things were weird. Here is the string of, that was weird. Here's the string of wool. White wool indicates 0. So we got 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. Then we have 5, 3, and 2, indicating a Y level of 532. Or not 532, I just said that backwards. 235, my bad. So if I come over here, you'll see I am on a Y level of 235. So it only works on a Y level of 235. Now, I do, as I said, it was a pseudo system, so I don't have a system to stop it from being teleported to the center of the block afterwards. I don't like how this one is stopped. It only teleports once. So if you place a dirts on top of this, it's gonna float. But oh, that top one didn't. But yeah, as you can see, no entity's loaded in. Because of the way that I have this set up, with a temporary entity down there doing a bunch of math that basically doesn't even exist for more than one tick, I can go ahead and treat it as if there was an entity here, because theoretically there is. So if I wanted to go ahead and add in a cool effect, or like double the block or something, or put in like a little animation using FMBEs or something, all I need to do is run the exact same system that's detecting that this is the correct block and that this is the correct Y level and all that, run that through, basically all the commands I already did, and then just simply summon in a temporary entity, like, I don't know, 300 blocks above this, just like the old generators were, and that will be the entity which has like a timer on it, and then after that timer ends, that entity will kill itself, basically making this again an entity-less system, only when it needs to have an entity. So, I'm pretty proud of this. I spent a lot of time theorizing about it. I was theorizing for about a week, making sure that I'll get this right logically, which ended up with me having 0 bugs in the end, and it working flawlessly the first time. The only time that it had bugs was when I accidentally made a typo. So, that's great. I'm gonna improve upon this system for the next day or two. Like I said, adding in the upgrades and making it work with the 12 generators I currently have. And yeah.